Bart Simpson's most ridiculous moments, now and in the future. Few characters in The Simpsons are as unpredictable as Bart Simpson.
Hey guys, wanna watch Krusty? Who's Krusty? Only the funniest man in the world.
From childish pranks to full-blown disasters, Bart has turned chaos into an art form. What makes his story so ridiculous is that the older he gets, the worse his choices become. Whether he's wrecking the present or ruining the future, Bart's behavior leaves everyone around him cleaning up the mess. Let's start with a classic example of Bart choosing chaos over common sense. Bart Gets an Elephant, Season 5, Episode 17. Bart Gets an Elephant is one of Bart Simpson's most ridiculous moments ever. It all starts on cleaning day. Marge wants the house spotless, so Bart, Lisa, and Homer are stuck inside.
I'm tired, I'm hungry. Can't we just buy a new house?
Oh, Bart, cleaning doesn't have to be a chore.
Bart hears a radio contest and calls in. He luckily wins. And the prize was, you won't believe, $10,000 or a full-grown African elephant.
Well, all that money sounds mighty tempting, Marty, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the elephant.
He's taking the elephant instead of the money.
Guess what Bart picks? The elephant. How can someone be so dumb? The radio station freaks out. They never thought anyone would actually pick the elephant. They told Bart to take the money, as they don't even have an elephant, but Bart digs in his heels.
Kid, the elephant's a gag prize. Nobody takes the gag prize. You want the cash.
I want the elephant.
Soon, the family backyard holds Stampy, the giant elephant. Stampy eats everything, and the family can't afford him. Homer tries to make money by charging people to see Stampy, but still that money wasn't enough. Feeding Stampy started costing more each day. So eventually, Homer decides to sell the elephant. A wildlife reserve offers to take Stampy for free, but Homer wants cold hard cash. Mr. Blackheart, an ivory dealer, offers money.
Dad, I think he's an ivory dealer. His boots are ivory, his hat is ivory, and I'm pretty sure that check is ivory.
Bart and Lisa are horrified, but Bart takes matters into his own hands. He runs away with Stampy. Stampy stomps through Springfield, leaving chaos behind. The family finally tracks them down at the Springfield tar pits. Homer falls in, but Stampy saves him, proving even an elephant can be a hero.
All right, we'll give the stupid elephant to the stupid animal refuge.
Yay!
In the end, Homer gives Stampy to the reserve. What a ridiculous and senseless episode. Bart's stubbornness drives the whole mess. He wanted an elephant because, why not? Who needs $10,000 when you can have pure, loud, stomping madness? Bart's crazy choice turns his life and the whole town upside down. If you ever wonder how far Bart will go for fun, this episode shows it. And really, only Bart Simpson would think a pet elephant was a good idea. Let's talk about another episode when Bart annoyed an entire country. Bart vs. Australia, Season 6, Episode 16. Bart vs. Australia shows Bart causing trouble on a whole new level. This time, he doesn't just prank a person or a school. He manages to annoy an entire country. It all starts with a silly little fight with Lisa about which way toilet water spins.
If the water was spinning the other way,
It never spins the other way. In the northern hemisphere, water always drains counterclockwise.
Bart refuses to lose, so he decides to prove his point by calling someone in the southern hemisphere.
oh, southern hemisphere, which way does the water go in your toilet?
Just a minute, I'll check.
He picks a random number in Australia and tricks a poor boy into doing a science experiment. But Bart doesn't just ask once. He pretends to be Dr. Bart Simpson from the International Drainage Commission.
This is Dr. Bart Simpson of the International Drainage Commission. It's an emergency. We need you to check your sinks and toilets and tell us which way the water is going in, please.
3 weeks later, the letters start coming in. The Australian government is angry and wants answers. Bart's response? He throws every letter into the trash. Not once, not twice, every single one.
Oh my, hello, I'm Evan Conover with the U.S. State Department.
US government agents show up at the Simpsons' house. They explain what Bart did. He's been declared a fraud in Australia and must go there to apologize or face 5 years in jail. So the Simpsons pack their bags. The whole family sounds like they're on vacation, and Bart continues acting normal. Bart is taken to the parliament to apologize, but instead of accepting the apology, the Australians demand a punishment, a giant boot to the backside. Such a silly punishment, but it's their tradition. Homer steps in and stops it. He grabs Bart and runs, and the family flees.
Prime Minister just wants to kick you once, through the gate with a regular shoe.
It's time for me to Bend over and receive my destiny.
Eventually, Bart agrees to take the booting, but just as the Prime Minister is about to kick him, Bart mocks him and runs again. Right then, a US helicopter arrives and picks them up. Bart vs. Australia is another example of Bart in full disaster mode. He does a ridiculous experiment, racks up a massive phone bill, and mocks a foreign government. No matter where he goes, Bart's wild energy turns everything upside down and makes sure no one forgets his name. Now let's get into the time when Bart got a job at a burlesque club. Bart After Dark, Season 8, Episode 5. Bart After Dark kicks off with Bart causing trouble in the most unexpected place. While Marge is out of town, Bart and the rest of the Simpsons are home alone. Bart goes out to play and somehow manages to break a gargoyle statue at the spooky old house down the street.
Your son was trespassing on my property and destroyed a very valuable stone gargoyle and... Are you wearing a grocery bag?
As punishment, Homer makes him work there to pay for the damage. But soon, Bart finds out that the house is not what it seems. It turns out to be the town's burlesque club, filled with dances, music, and all sorts of adult chaos. And here's where it gets ridiculous. Bart, a 10-year-old boy, starts working in a place that is clearly not meant for kids. He gives tours, helps backstage, and walks around like he owns the place. He's just a child, but he acts like he's in charge of a nightclub. He even gets along well with Belle, the club's owner, who finds him amusing. Bart feels completely at home in a world full of grown-up mischief. That's the absurd part. He's too young to even understand half of what goes on, but somehow he fits right in. When Marge returns and finds out, she's furious.
What were you thinking, sending Bart to such an awful place?
I was trying to punish him exactly like you would.
She gathers angry neighbors to shut the club down. And here's where things take an even more unacceptable turn. When Marge struggles to shut the club down, Bart doesn't side with her. Instead, he asks Homer to stop Marge. He even joins in a big musical number, proudly singing about the club's role in the town. In the end, the place stays open and Bart keeps his wild little job. Holidays of Future Past, Season 23, Episode 9. Have you ever imagined Bart Simpson in the future? He is still a mess. He is older, sure, but don't expect wisdom. Bart is a divorced dad living alone in a messy bachelor's apartment in Springfield. That setup is already ridiculous. Bart is all grown up, but still lost, barely managing his life, dodging his landlord's rent, and raising 2 sons part-time.
Mom says you have to watch us over the holidays. She says you're our dad and you need to act like it. Christmas with you is gonna suck.
He might wear adult clothes now, but his behavior screams the same old Bart.
Oh man, I can't believe they still haven't figured out a way to detangle Christmas lights.
Immature, stubborn, and still picking the dumbest fights. Instead of guiding his boys, he bickers with them like they're just part of his old prank squad. At one point, Bart throws rocks at glass windows for fun while his sons watch. Nothing like teaching your kids how to break things instead of fixing them. The family holiday in the future, it was pure chaos. Lisa is married to Milhouse and has a moody teenage daughter who shuts her out. Maggie is a pregnant pop star who cannot speak because she's on vocal rest. Homer is still Homer, clueless as ever. And Bart, he's flailing through Christmas, trying to connect with his sons through virtual reality games, and ending up in father-son therapy sessions that go nowhere. Bart's most ridiculous moment hits when he sneaks off to the old treehouse with Lisa. They sit together and reflect on how badly they're handling adulthood. Bart admits he's scared of failing as a dad.
The boys think I'm a lousy father.
Oh, poor Bart.
For 1 second, you see his honest side, but this is Bart Simpson. He slips right back into his chaotic ways. The family ends the episode with a Christmas photo. Bart, the most ridiculous of them all, is carrying his wild streak right into the future. He may have grown older, but Bart's ridiculous chaos will never grow up, and that's exactly what makes him Bart. If you thought Bart would mature with age, think again. Here's another future part that shows the true future of Bart. Future Drama, Season 16, Episode 15. The future comes knocking, but Bart Simpson, he answers the door with a pie to the face. In Future Drama, we get a glimpse of Bart's teenage years, and honestly, it's as messy as you would expect. While Lisa is graduating 2 years early, earning a scholarship, and planning her bright future, Bart is still Bart. He's crashing hover cars, slacking off, and wasting time while everyone moves forward. Bart's love life is just as hopeless. He dates Gender, a girl who actually likes him, but Bart being Bart can't hold anything together. He doesn't have any future security, and Gender believes he can't provide a good life for her. Eventually, Gender gets tired of the drama and walks away. Things get even worse when Bart ends up ruining Lisa's big moment. Because of something he did, Lisa lost her chance to go to Yale. That's right.
Listen, Lisa, I gotta tell you something. I'm going to Yale.
What? I don't want to go to the same college as you.
Then I've got some great news. You're not going to Yale.
Bart's recklessness doesn't just mess up his own life. It drags Lisa's future down too. The foolishness peaks when Bart sneaks into Lisa's scholarship dinner, trying to ride on her success instead of earning his own. It's the most Bart thing he could do. But here's the twist. Under all the nonsense, Bart shows a tiny bit of heart. He gives up his own chance to go to Yale and lets Lisa achieve her goal.
I'm not taking the scholarship. You're the one who deserves to go to Yale.
Oh, that's so noble.
All you can conclude is that Bart's future is a wreck of bad choices and missed chances. He learns nothing, fixes nothing, and stays stuck in the same foolish pattern. Even in the future, Bart's still lost with no future planning. Bart to the Future, Season 11, Episode 17. Now, here's another glimpse into Bart's future, and it's not pretty. In Bart to the Future, we once again jump ahead and see Bart's adult life. And honestly, it's a complete disaster. Bart is broke and lazy. He lives with Ralph Wiggum in a crumbling beach house and plays in a small band that's going nowhere. Their home gets evicted because of Bart, and instead of worrying about what to do next, he's more concerned about the half-finished beer left behind.
No, I've got to have a beer in there. And Bewitched is on.
So ridiculously non-serious of him. On the other side, Lisa has become the first female president of the United States. The contrast between them makes Bart's life look even more embarrassing. After being evicted from the house, Bart decides to ask Lisa to let him move in. But you know how he enters? He just barges into an official meeting and demands to be co-president.
I knew you'd need some help keeping it real, so I figured I could be like your co-president.
Later, he sends a $1 billion government helicopter to pick up Rolf, without even telling Lisa. This was just a start. Bart doesn't want to realize how absurd his actions are. While Lisa's addressing the public at a national conference, Bart plays frisbee nearby. And of course, it hits her in the head. Things reach new heights. During Lisa's live TV speech, Bart walks right in front of the camera and randomly starts singing. Seriously, you don't expect this from a grown man. Even with all this nonsense, one of Bart's silly moves ends up helping Lisa fix the financial crisis. Not because he planned it, it just happened by accident. In the end, Bart fumbles his way through another big chance. He interrupts, embarrasses, and fails to grow up. Bart to the Future shows no matter how many years pass, Bart remains stuck. His future is built on bad choices, lazy thinking, and constant chaos. Nothing changes. He's still Bart. And that brings us to the end of Bart Simpson's most ridiculous moments. Past, present, and future. Some moments made us laugh, others made us shake our heads. But all of them reminded us why Bart remains one of the most unforgettable characters in Springfield. If you enjoyed this list, give it a like, tell us your favorite ridiculous Bart moments in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe because with Bart, the next disaster is always just around the corner.